Happy Friday night. Welcome to my channel, T-Bird Stacking. I'm just getting things set up here right now. Went in the house, got something to eat. Came back out, Michael's stream had ended. Was ending. Let's see here. Get my laptop set up. I gotta feed the fire here in a minute. Hey, Chew. Good to see you. Dennis and Menace. Good to see you. How you doing, brother? You rang? Hey, Jeff. Hey, Beto. Woo! Word's the word. What's going on, guys? Give me just a minute. I'm still setting up my laptop so I can see the chat better other than looking at my phone. I wanted to open a new window, but it doesn't matter. Let's see. Linda Bob. Woo! How's it going, Linda Bob, Mom? Good to see you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I'm still a little. I went inside. All them sweets and everything that Can Slaw gave Michael got me hungry. I went inside. I got into the bag of chips. I got into the horseradish bacon. Uh, what is that? Dip, horseradish bacon dip. I got into that. Was eating that. Got a couple of ice cream Snickers out of the refrigerator, out of the freezer. I ate two of those. Looking around for some stuff. Came back out here. Next thing I know, I could hear Michael talking. I could hear everything going on. But my two puppy dogs took off. Big Tasty, Seth, how you doing? Yeah, there was something. I don't know what it was in the back. It might have been a rabbit, could have been a deer. Molly took off. She went off into the woods behind me. Next thing I know, Jax is taking off. He had his leash with a weight on it, and he was taking off. I had to go chase them with my headlight. I had my headlight on. I had to go chase them and bring them back in. Let me get a little few more pieces on the fire here. Get that fire going some more. I still don't know what it was. Oh, it was something though. Molly was after it. She was after it. I don't know whether it was a toy dog or whether it was a rabbit, maybe a deer. I guess I'll never know. At least I got the puppy dogs back in the house, so not in the house, but in the fifth wheel. My sister Deneen, woo! How you doing? Good to see you. Let me shut my headlight off. I could probably take that headlight right off. But yeah, the puppy dogs got in trouble. They got in trouble. Usually they're out here enjoying the fire with me. And they're in the fifth wheel now. I can't I can't with something roaming around out back. I can't trust them to be out here and taking off. Thank you, Jeff. I'm just probably just gonna sit back here and relax and enjoy the fire. Ooh, like, oh wait a minute, I still got some stuff in my pocket here. Hmm. Yeah, I was working on. I got some mail out today. The Humble Stacker, Ray and Sandy. Oh, Knuckle Bust and Numbskull. I got him a poker chip. All three of them got about the same thing. A couple of stickers, magnet, poker chip. I sent them out to him. There was one more, and I was working on Deneen's. I was working on Share Bears, and I was working on Michael stacking, um, polishing them up, stamping them. Uh, they're not all stamped the same. I don't think Share Bear's usually on this late. I ain't gonna show Deneen's. I guess she'd probably rather keep it as a surprise. But let's see here. It was very difficult to stamp these because of the contour of them. But this is Share Bears, and I wrote her name on it, and I just put 2025. And on the back side, I just put 999, and I put the serial number 003. I got Deneen's here too. This was Share Bears. I had to do a little dremeline work on the sides of this one. Renee, how you doing, John? Woo! You seen that video? Oh yeah, yeah. I got a special spot. I taped. I used the envelopes. It didn't have anything big, and I wasn't gonna waste my bubble wrappers. And plus, it's more expensive to send them that way. Ain't a problem. But um, for just a poker chip and some magnets and a card, my T-Bird card. You guys got my T-Bird card. Deneen knows what it looks like. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Woo! I'd like to say that fire does look inviting, but it's 100 degrees plus. Yeah, yeah, we had like 87 degrees here. Oh, Share Bear's here. She probably just seen her bear. Yeah, I got it all set. I just got to throw it in a package for her. I'm gonna give her one of my T-Bird cards. It's a thank you card, and I'll throw you in a magnet and a poker chip and some T-Bird swag as well. But that'll be out to you. Hopefully, I can get that in the mailbox before noon, before they close. And then I also got the Neens. Um, like I said, I shine them up pretty good. I'll let you see it. You can see it, sure. I got your. If I can. It was very difficult to stamp it because of the contour of the bear. I still got to figure out how I can get around the top of this dang camera. Looks like he's got a big smile. I put Share Bear on it. I put 2025, and then I just put down 003 and the year. No, 999 copper. I didn't put the year on it. No, maybe I should have put. Did I put the year on it? Yes, I did. Right there. I know you can't see it. I'm having problems with the background and the lighting. The sea didn't quite come out too well. That's my gift to you, Share Bear. You're very welcome. And then we got Deneen's. Deneen's was all set, all rare and ready to go. I didn't have to do any dremeling work to that at all except the bottom. And hers is 002. And I just put TV for T-Bear or T-Bird or whichever you want to do, T-Bear. But I'm going to send it to you just like that, Deneen, unless there's something else you want me to stamp on it. And of course, I got Michael Stacken's lion. I got that all taken care of. Got some work done to that. Lions Roar 2025. That'll be going off to Michael as well tomorrow. 135 of you in 219 live stream playlists. You really have a long live stream, birds. Yes, yes, I do. I have a lot of live streams. How did I polish them? I've got different types of tools. I've got wire brushes that go on my drill, and I also have other types of tools that got sanding discs and other things on them. There's like three or four different types of tools that I sometimes use. It's not too often that I do an over pour, but it happens sometimes, and it happened with the one that I had poured that I'm gifting to Share Bear, and it would have been all in every aspect. It would have been fine all on its own. Like here on the bottom, there was a little overspill, but you can see like there was a little edge on there, but it kind of went up the whole thing, and there was a little extra on here where it wouldn't stand up quite right, and it was like a leaning bear. So I took that bottom edge off, made it flat with my Dremel tool, and I got polishing pads and tools. I took care of that, and I did that on the back of it as well. Of course, I didn't do that with Deneen's. I left Deneen's is exactly the way it was. It came out. But on Share Bears, I flattened hers out and polished it up, nice and smooth, no sharp edges. Kitioso, buenas noches, señorita. Mandy's Candy, hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. But I'm going to try to get those out to the mail to Deneen, Bear, and Michael tomorrow. I've got quite a few other things I have to get out for other subscribers. And some of the subscribers are actually here. They don't know they're getting them. or getting swag. But I am not going to let that out of the bag. I know I can't keep secrets. But I'm just very busy. I've been procrastinating a lot during the daytime, working, doing stuff, tending to Mrs. T Bird. Um, there's just so many things to do in so little time, you know. But how is everyone tonight? Leaning Bear would have fit you. Maybe I should have left it. The leaning. It still does lean a little bit forward, Share Bear. So it is still. I did. You heard me say call it before the leaning bear. Both yours and Danine's both lean forward, but it wouldn't stand quite properly. So they're still leaning forward a little bit. I took it to where you could actually at least take it and stand it up, and it stands nice and secure. But it's good to see all you out here tonight. Very awesome. 12 likes. Woo! Yeah, I couldn't not believe the amount of stuff Canslaw sent to Michael. Wow. Wow. I mean, I sent Michael some candy, but I sent him diabetic stuff, and I sent Nancy the sugar stuff. Poor Michael. He, oh boy, he's gonna have to be careful. Good night, Linda. Thank you so much for stopping in. You're falling asleep. You got to go to bed. Alrighty. Make sure to take those puppy dogs out first. I think you already did. I know I had mine out here with me all night long until they took off into the brushes, into the briar patch back there, going after something. What? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Worst case scenario, what I could have thought, it could have been that maybe one of them porcupines that are hanging around here, or raccoons. Not so much, raccoons ain't gonna really bother the dogs, but you never know. I don't think any animals around here that I know of has rabies, and plus my dog's got rabies shots. But I still don't want to have an altercation between a wild animal and one of my pets, and then end up having to bring them to the vets or something like that. They've got all their shots and they're all taken care of. I'm just more concerned with them, you know, maybe like I said, there's always I've always known there to be pike porcupines around here. But I never knew they were dwelling so close to the back part of my property. They're usually well off into the woods. Hey, Jeremy Watts, how you doing? Hmm, put it out. Get some sleep. Hmm. Wow. I don't know. I seem to beg to differ. Yeah, that I have quite a few people that do watch this and do enjoy that. Hmm. Well, I'm not tired yet, so but thank you for stopping in. I wonder if Michael. I don't think he didn't say anything about going to bed. I think Nancy was. Like I said, I came out here and it was still going on. And all of a sudden, I heard him saying good night and all that. And oh man, yeah, I repositioned my laptop, seeing that the puppy dogs were over here, so I can actually face the camera. I got it right over here in the chair. My companion, my laptop, until Mrs. T-Bird gets done work. She's still working. Tonight's her last day of work. Hey, Beto, good to see you. Yeah, he's probably eating some of that candy and Kit Kats. Yeah, they got Kit Kats, but they're a little different than the Kit Kats that we got here in the United States. Yeah, I couldn't believe all that candy. Wow. That's a sugar high coma going on right there. Yeah, it was, Jeff. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's. I mean, what they have? They had the O. Henrys too, but they were totally different than the ones we have in the United States. To be perfectly honest, I've never seen. I mean, I think I've seen the Kit Kats once before, only because of Canslaw had showed it on one of his live streams. I think it was. I go to his live streams occasionally when I get a chance. Um, the ketchup chips, Michael said he's never seen before. I've seen those years and years ago. They're made by Lay's. Uh, they have them quite frequently. At least they do in my area, anyways. I don't know if they're like that all over. I think I've tried them once. They're all right. Vegas Stacker, woo! What's going on, brother? How you doing? You never seen the ketchup chips before? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I've seen them. I've seen them. They got multiple different types of flavors. Always good to see you, Vegas. You working tonight? I know the other night when you stopped by my live and you came on, you said you were going to bed, and that kind of surprised me because usually you're working late hours, early in the morning. You're still on vacation? You're on vacation the same time I am. Awesome. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You were over. Oh, where was it? Uh, with your brother, I think it was. Yeah, I got on. There was one day, I think 3 or 4 days back, you had a live. The live only lasted like for 50 seconds, and I think you were having connection problems. Is that where you went? Went is to Indiana? Nice. Bye, Dennis. Yes, you as well, my friend. Have a good weekend. Uh, do some metal detecting. Yeah, I broke my metal detector out earlier tonight. Where is it? Right over here. Hold on, Dennis. Did you ever find what was it that you had lost last time you went back there? I got my metal detector. I got a couple different ones, but this is the cheap one. I don't care. I don't care about that one. Nothing here to find. There might be inside that fire pit. Oh wait, we got something there. Shouldn't be, unless it's from the aluminum chair. I was doing a little metal detecting on my property just for fun. I dug up a couple of washers and a couple of nails. Take care, Dennis and Menace. I'll be looking forward to your next find. That brooch you found there was pretty awesome. That was nice. Bellows Forge. Woo! Good to see you, brother. You only found iron and basically junk with your metal detector. Yeah, what you got to do, Bellows, is find some areas that have some oh campsites. I don't know down around Georgia. It's Georgia, right? Where you and Gatia are. I don't know if they have any wilderness area or forest area where they got campsites, but I always go to like a. Yeah, I know you lost your metal detector. You left it there. You forgot it there, and you went back, and somebody took it. Like I said, I think you said you had like about $800 your money. Like I said, this one right here is a relatively cheap one. It ain't nothing fancy, but it works and it does the trick. It's got sensitivity on it, and you can change the sensitivity, different sensitivities from silver to gold. You can use a disc. You can use all metals, and you can also turn it to a different toning. I got one of those. The button on the top where you can, when you find something, you can pinpoint it to where it's at. But I've had this for many years, and if I remember right, I think I paid like 89 or $99 for it. And I've had that thing for more than 10 years. I don't even know what it would cost right now. The same type of metal detector, I don't even know. I mean, I'm very interested in wanting to get another metal detector, and I also be able to get one of those little handheld pieces for like in the rivers, because I like to go into the Adirondacks because there is some gold in the Adirondacks. And if you find a little spot, if you know where to look in the bends of the river and where next to the rocks and whatnot, and the crevices and the cracks of the bedrock, a lot of times you can use that little tiny tool and you can fine tune, whether you've got some type of precious metals in there or not. And that's what I like to do. And I haven't, I had found a little few flakes of gold on my time off the grid with Mrs. T-Bird, but my phone had completely died and I didn't have my cord or any way to charge it. We did bring a camera that I had gotten for Christmas time, but the camera does not. It's the camera I got for blogging and for YouTube, and it for some reason when I connect it and I transfer the files over, it doesn't recognize the files. I got to try to figure that out. There's got to be somewhere somehow, but I can't use those clips to transfer them over to show them on YouTube, and I wasn't very happy about that. So it's like I don't know. We spent like $500 or $600 on a YouTube blogging camera that doesn't is not compatible with the the software that's on my laptop to be compatible to upload to YouTube. I even tried it one time, live streaming from it, and the volume would work, but I couldn't get it to get the video to transfer over. So I guess I'll just have to buy a different one. But the only one thing that would have been nice about that, it has had like 5K uh, for the for video. That would have been sweet. The picture should be clear and crisp, really nice. Let's see. Found 26 cents on the beach in the past week with a cheap metal detector. Yeah. When did I get my last what? Vegas metal detector? Let me read back here. Maybe I missed something. Oh, when did you get your last? The laser printer. Well, I haven't got it yet. I haven't ordered it. I'm in not really any too big of a hurry. I've been debating whether hmm I've done a little research and I picked out a laser printer, but I haven't ordered it. I kind of got one that I kind of like. I think that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm in no big hurry for it, but I think what I'll probably get is probably the laser. I think I can do more with the laser printer than I can with the 3D printer. The laser printer is is a more expensive tool, but I think I'm going to be more happy, more satisfied with the laser printer. It'll probably better fit my needs, and I'll be able to do so much more. I think with it. Dandy Dave, woo! How you doing? Good to see you. Did I miss you coming in here, Dandy Dave? I didn't see you say anything earlier. Appreciate you coming in. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Bird's the word. Woo! Everybody knows a bird's the word. How the heck did you get that upside down face? I baked it. You just got here. I'm glad. I'm always glad to see you, Dandy Dave. Always good to see you. Thumb Pour was awesome. Thank you so much, Bellows. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was an awesome idea. I think Jackknife, I think he really appreciated that. Let me close the front door for my doggies, my puppy dogs. I hear something around on the outskirts, and they may try to jump out the window, scream. Sorry about that, guys. Tell you what, I like I said, I got some animal lurking around here. Not sure what. But I had to close the outside door to the fifth wheel. The puppy dogs. I don't want them kind of going out and about. Wonder what I did with that knife. That was a cool knife. Did you see that bellows today? I don't usually always show my knives. I show some of them, but I was thinking about um, Weldon Carey, and I had one of my knives that I had dug out of my collection, and I said, "Wouldn't that be kind of cool if I showed that knife and I tagged Knuckles in it?" I said, "I think you would appreciate that one. It could be a raccoon. I don't know. It may be a raccoon. I've got several of them around here. A lot of times at nighttime you can hear owls. I mean, if you're familiar with the nocturnal animals. I mean, here's another that I got. Uh, I was going to do a little video on that one too, but I got multiple different. I probably got about 20 different types of knives. I didn't do a video, but it's a nice little pocket knife. I can't flick this one though, but it's got an eagle on it. But that other one with a cross on it, that was sweet. I really like that one. You're a big fan of knives? The naked with a pocket knife. Nice. Hmm. Hey Vegas, what do you have in your pocket? What's your pocket piece? He might have already left though. I always keep five silvers, the five buffalo silvers. Them are my pocket pieces. I got them with me just about every single day. That was just so funny last night. An 1879 Morgan. Is that your pocket piece? Yeah. I guess I must be a little eccentric or something. I like to carry five pocket pieces. All buffaloes. Everywhere I pretty much go. 100 years older than yourself. I take it 79, 79, and you were born that year, I would imagine. Hmm. I'm assuming. Must be pretty close to that. Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. Saturday. Who's the guest tomorrow? Bean Becky? Is Bean Becky the guest tomorrow? I think it is. Dang it. I've been getting up early and I've been going to bed late. I hope I'm up early tomorrow. I don't know. Tonight's Mrs. T-Bird's last night, and then she's on vacation for 7 days. I go back to work on the 18th. I go back to work on the 18th of August. Maybe for only 2 weeks after the 18th. Yeah, being Becky and blue collar. So it's all blue collar. Yeah. Yeah, I keep wanting to call it Saturday Showdown. I keep wanting to I keep wanting to call it Saturday Showdown. Yes, it is, Share Bear. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd had a week off. I had a week off. I went back to work for 3 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I had Thursday, Friday off, and then I had a whole week off all to myself. And then that was this past week, and now I have next week off as well. I'll have 2 more weeks of vacation, and I'll probably allot them maybe for a day, maybe around the Thanksgiving time, and the rest of it probably around Christmas time for Christmas break. And that'll probably leave me probably like about 3 or 4 days before my 5 weeks gets renewed. on every June. I don't know why they got it every June, but I mean beyond that, we also have seven sick days, and they don't give us any personal days. But I use my we can use our sick days for um, when we're sick or if we go to the doctor's appointment or something like that. Good night, Vegas Stacker. You try to pop in, but not for sure. Well, if I'm up, which I should be, I hope I am. Um, I'll make sure to put a good word in for you, brother. I'll pop your link up there if you're not in there, just for safe measures. But like I said, tomorrow Mrs. T Bird is doesn't. I don't have to set the alarm for her to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know what time we're getting up tomorrow. Oh, I gotta shut that headlight off. You can see my tripod shadow. There we go. I need a little. You know what? I never got around to it, but wow, I'm in nowhere near as good a shape as I used to be. I mean, I was taking a lot of that firewood I got over there, and I was chopping it up with the axe earlier today. I mean, I've already burnt through quite a bit of it, but wow, let me tell you. I mean, I don't got a wood splitter, but boy, I wish I did. I'm in good shape for 59, but let me tell you, it's no easy task to chop wood with an axe. Man, that took some energy out of me. I was doing that earlier tonight. I probably chopped up. I don't know 15, 20 different pieces. It's not completely cured yet. It's like a lot. Some of the wood I cut down was dead wood, and the other stuff was uh, birch. It was birch, but it was like half dead and half green. But and then some other wood that I had some other wood called basswood, and it's kind of knotty in a way. Not knotty and knotty, but knotty. And when you try to split it, it splinters a lot. It splinters a lot, and it doesn't want to come apart. It's very tough. But boy, I had my hands full when I was doing that. Nixon was president when you were born. Hmm. I don't remember. I think he was. I don't remember. When did no, I think Nixon. Yeah, I think Nixon was in the office when I was before I was born. I think or after I was born. I'm not sure. I forget the year that he. What year did Nixon serve as president? I'm not 100% sure. I can remember seeing shows about him. I'm not a crook. Come on, Jeff. You must know the year he was in presidency. I would have to Google it to know for sure. 1969. Yeah, 69 to 74. Very nice. Yeah, and I can picture the guy that was president just before Nixon, but I can't. I don't remember his name. Coolidge? Was it Coolidge? I'm not sure. I never kept track of the presidencies. I know I remember Jimmy Carter and I remember Ronald Reagan. I do remember Nixon, but like I said, I don't know. I didn't know the year that he was in presidency. I do remember seeing him on the televisions, and I'm not sure if it was. I don't know if they had color TV back then or not. I remember being a young kid, and my parents watching the shows, newscasts and stuff, and all they had was a black and white TV. I don't know. I mean, I was born before '67. Um, but I don't remember if they actually when they actually came out with color TV. I could Google it. Wait, yeah, I can Google it. It popped up on my phone that I'm streaming from the AI thing. I wasn't doing the AI. I wanted to do the Google. I gotta disable that AI thing. It pops up whenever it seems to wanna. I like the Google better than the new AI. They actually invented it in 1946, but RC didn't become until the early 70s. Google said. Yeah, but like I said, I think it was only because of the technology and everything back then. There might have been the colored commercials, but their most shows were filmed in black and white. I mean, that's all I remember when I was younger, even 5 years old, 6 years old in the 1970s. When I was like 6, 7 years old, I that's all I remember is black and white cartoons and black and white shows, and I think in the early 70s, it was fairly common for everything was pretty much colored in the early 70s. Mm-hmm. In the 80s. Yeah, I think by 1980 everything was there was no more black and white. And it's funny how times change. I was talking with Michael Stacken. I was on the phone with Michael Stacken talking with him the other day, and we were just chatting on the regular telephone on the cell phone. And I was saying I can remember back in the early 80s when the cell phones first came out. uh, I had a business and I ran my own business, and I was telling him how I used to have a cell phone, how expensive it was, and I go, it was a bag phone, and I go, and then how are they came from then to now is unbelievable, and it's like now you get unlimited service for X amount of dollar amount a month uh, through your carrier. I remember back with my business, and because I live up next to the Canadian border, and a lot of my cell phone calls back then would roam into Canada, and I used to the first month when I used it. I mean, this is no lie, no exaggeration, but I used to use it constantly, and I thought, hey, this is great. I can call in my car going down the road. It is a bag. I don't know. It was like about a half a foot wide by about a foot wide by probably 4 or 5 inches thick. They call it a bag phone, and I was using it left and right, and I was talking on it all sorts of times. And when I got my first bill in, it was like about $400, and I was saying, well, that ain't too bad. I I've talked on it like 10 hours, 7 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and every day of the week. And I go for $400. I go, wow, well, that's not bad. Yeah, back then that was probably very expensive. But I, for the amount that I used it, and I didn't know nothing about cell phones back then and their prices and all that. I just wanted a cell phone, got a cell phone. The following month, I started getting all these roaming fees from the prior month, the first month. I started getting hit with all these roaming fees for calls that roamed up to the Canadian cell tower and came to my cellular service. And my second bill was like $1,600, and I was like, oh, you're going back when in the early 80s, mid 80s, somewhere around there. And when the bag phones had just came out and you're paying for minutes on using every minute that you talked, you paid for. You paid for by the minute. There was no plan. And the roaming thing I didn't know nothing about where it would roam. You remember using the black and white dial phones? I still got one. Michael Stagan, yes. I've got a black and white. I've got one in my play. No, is it in my playlist? Somewhere back in my earlier streams, I've got a clip. I've got a short, I think, where I've showed that black phone, and I've got that right inside the house. You remember, Michael? I was talking to you the other day, and I told you that story where I had a business. I ain't gonna say what kind of business it was or anything, but the first month it was like about $400. The second month, all all the things hadn't came through because the calls were all roaming from the Canadian cell towers, and I got hit with all these roaming fee charges. My first bill, my second monthly bill was $1,600, and I'm like, oh my god! So then I started going back to using the my CB radio and other things like that. 1980 minimum wage is 310 an hour. Yeah, 400 a bill was a lot that time. Yeah, you bet it was. Yeah, I remember when I first started working. What did I start making hourly wage? 285 an hour. I think minimum wages might have been 285 or 315 an hour when I first started working. No, 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 it wasn't. What's a male escort? I don't know. There's got to be a punchline here. Jackknife or Jeff Jackknife. Jackknife, slap me. I know you're out there. I know you're lurking. Slap me. It's on the hamburger, Janine. The hamburger. Can you remember the hamburger? Is that Wendy's? Or was it? No, that was Burger King with a hamburger. Let's see. You have a 1930s house phone where the ringer is separate in the box, the same line. Hmm. You still use it? Is that the one where you had the phone where you spoke into it and then you had the it was like a salt pepper shaker that you put up to your ear and you had like that. I've got one of those where you hold on to you're holding on to it. It looks like a I don't know what you would call it. It's got a cord between that and the actual phone, and it stands upright and it sets on a hook. I've got one like that, and then I've also got the regular black dial phone. I mean, Mr. Silver Eagle, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. I mean, if you wanted, I can do another short on that, show you, or I could go get it and bring that phone out here. I know exactly where it is. Who's got a Mickey Mouse phone? I've got a Mickey Mouse phone. I've got lots of phones. I got old Singer sewing machines from the 1950s that are in the wooden. They got the wooden fold tables where they fold out and they fold back in. I got old AM, FM record player stereos. They're like 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet long by 2 or 3 feet wide by about 4 feet high. I got about two or three of those. I love collecting stuff like that. I got old telephones. These are old telephones, like from 1950s. I got old typewriters from the 40s and 50s. I got like two or three of them. I've got some really nifty old stuff that I've never even done videos or showed them. Like I said, the black phone I did. Oh, I gotta go back to my other device here. Go back to my other device. I'm playing Daisy Maze, doing some of her her stuff. I bounce back and forth between different. I got two different devices that I bounce between Knuckle Bus and Numbskulls and Daisy Maze, and I watch their playlists. You gonna get some sleep, Bellows? Hey, you're up kind of late, ain't you? You've been going to bed early. I know Katia has been keeping you busy. Labors of love, eh, brother? Have yourself a good night. Appreciate you stopping here, Bellows. Yep, there's Katia. Woo! Yeah, I think yeah, I seen you in there earlier. I didn't realize you were still in here. I thought maybe you guys were taking turns on different device or on the same device, maybe. Time for another log, Danny Dave says. Yeah, you're right. It is getting down there, isn't it? Thank you, Danny Dave. It is time for another log. Well, I got my pockets over. See if Jackknife's around. I know he is. I know he is. Nice bed of coals there. Woo. Now let's see. Time for a couple pieces. Yeah, this is that. It's hard to. Let me see if I can show that to you real. Now, elm trees are much worse than this, but this is that basswood I was telling you about. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can see it. If I got it pointed right, but it doesn't want to let go. It it's usually pretty easy to split when it's completely dry and cured, but this isn't 100%. And they sometimes when they got knots in them, they're tough as heck to split. Like I said, I'm 59, going towards 60, and it's been a few years since I've used the axe and the mallet splitting it. See, jingle jingle jingle, there he is. It works. It works, Deneen. Oh man, the ketchup chips are pretty good, Michael. I was surprised that you never seen them before. I didn't realize they had them in Canada too. But I've seen the ketchup chips around my area for quite a few years. I was looking for a bit. So much junk food. Yeah, he had a lot of junk food. Yeah, Canslaw too sent him all that stuff, all those goodies. Got me so hungry, I went inside. I went and got into a bag of chips that I had, and I had a can of this bacon horseradish bacon dip that I enjoy, and I started eating that, and then I got a couple of ice cream Snickers bars. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, no, I'm keeping me warm. It's keeping me warm. I'm not wasting it. I'm putting it to good use. I'm releasing all the sun's energies out of the wood, letting it go back into the environment with okay some of the pollution. But if I didn't cut it down and didn't off my property, it would just rot. It would rot and take up space and fall down and cause a danger and a hazard to my animals, my dogs. So a lot of the trees that are dead standing up and the ones that have the wind have already blown over, I like to cut up and use that as firewood for my fire pit for summertime. Yeah, Gatia's never seen the ketchup chips. Marjorie bars. Hmm. Yeah, I've never had those. I've never had those. Yeah, nothing wrong with a good fire. Exactly, Mr. Silver Eagle. Hmm. Yeah, it's been a few years. I've had some good Canadian snacks, but let me tell you, the cheese curds at my work, we have a company that delivers our product from my place of work to California. And a lot of the driver is a Canadian based company. And some of the drivers are from Canada, and they sometimes bring down snacks from Canada. And there's one guy that gets it right across the border from where I live, and he gets fresh made cheese curds. And oh my God, wow, these cheese curds are fresh and fabulous. They're the best I've ever tasted in my entire life. There's nothing you can buy it. There's nothing like it you can buy in any store here, anywhere around where I live. He brought some to work. He brought some. He goes, here, give those a try. You like cheese curds? I said, yeah, yeah, they're pretty good. I like cheese curds. He goes, give those a try. Tell me what you think. And I was like, oh, OMG. I go, bring me down a bag. Buy me a bag. They're I'd have to ask them, but they're not from the store. They're not. They're something a local place makes. They make their own cheese curds and they package them and put them in a vacuum sealed packages. But they are so good. You don't get them any fresher than that. But that's one thing I used to miss because I used to go across the border and you're in my question mark T Bird. Hmm. I'm not sure what you're asking. Oh, New York, not my. You're in. Yes, yes, I'm in New York. D-bone or D-bird. You know I'm all about steak, man. Yes, Rasbabo. Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, I know it. Between my speech to text and the autocorrect, oh man, I'm telling you. Yeah, sure, Bear. Yeah, upstate New York, about as far upstate as you can go. I'm about probably 10 miles from Vermont. And if you know where New York is, I'm about 10 miles from Vermont and about 10 miles south of the Canadian border, roughly, give or take 5 miles. But I'm right in that neck of the woods. I'm in the very tippy top part of New York State. A lot of times when I say upstate, people think that I'm over in Buffalo or they think I'm over in the Albany area. But no, Albany area is mid state, what I consider mid state and mid eastern state. And Buffalo is like out west, west of New York. It's very nice. I've spent quite a bit of time down in New York City. I've done a lot of field service down in New York City. New York City is a nice place to visit. I wouldn't want to live there. I don't like big cities like that because I'm a country boy. I love the country. I was born in the country area, raised in the country area, and I'm gonna have my final days in the country area. But before I do, I'm gonna be doing a whole lot of traveling. Whole lot of traveling. Another 2.5 more years. Are big in Wisconsin. Yeah, they always have been, Rasbubble. Cheese curds in Wisconsin. Deep fried. Yeah, I've had deep fried cheese curds before. Them are the bomb. Them are the bomb. Yeah. But to answer your question, Mr. Silver Eagle, how does my part of New York compare to New York City? Totally different. Nothing. It's nothing the same. You got big buildings. I've got nothing. I mean, I own about 9 acres of land. My nearest neighbors are about 1,000 feet either side of me. If you go to the west of me, the nearest road is probably 7 miles. I go to the east of me, the nearest road is probably uh, a mile. It's country. I don't. There's a lot of big towns around here. I mean, the city that I go to work at is about 30 miles south. And most people from a big city like New York City would think, well, the city that I work in is just a big town. It's not. I call it a city, but it's not really a city. But it's totally the opposite of what New York City is. There's no smog, there's no pollution, there's no light pollution. There's a lot of wildlife. I've got deer here, bear, but I don't see them very often. Deer, bear, raccoons, porcupines, squirrels, uh, emus, which are weasels, squirrels, chipmunks, rabbits, skunks, snapping turtles, painted turtles. We even got Canadian geese when they hang around this area. They fly south in the wintertime and they come back, but a lot of them roost around our area. Oh, there's Papa Smurf. You lived in a small village. There's only 99 residents. Yeah, 99. Good to see you, Papa Smurf. Let's see. I wonder what I did with that knife. I think Weldon Carey finally checked that knife out. I think he was probably impressed. I wonder if he had seen one before. Well, I got the marshmallows, but I am hungry. I'm still hungry. I don't want candy though. I don't know if Michael Stacker's still out here. Who wants a hot dog? Woo! Hot dog on a stick. I think I'm gonna cook me a hot dog on a stick. Oh, I even got my knife. I even got my knife. Woo! Wow, that baby is sharp. I haven't used that in quite a few years, but it's pretty sharp. Yeah, that's the one I showed earlier. I don't know the eagle on it. Oh, dag nabbit. I didn't cut it further enough down. It's still sealed. I gotta cut it again. There we go. There we go. Now I can get the hot dog out of there. Well, I'm gonna have me a hot dog cooked over the barbecue grill. No, they're not Nathan's hot dogs. No, they're Oscar Mayer cheese filled hot dogs. I like the Oscar Mayer cheese filled. That's me. They had them bacon filled. I like the bacon filled ones too, but I don't think they have them bacon filled. But you know what's really nice when you take a hot dog and you can cook it, and you can cook some bacon and wrap it in some bacon and put it in a bun and use your favorite dressing. Ooh, these are some long. I'm glad I got these long sticks. I'll put it right next to the hot coals. I wonder if there's a way I can prop that up with wood. I bet you I can. I can prop that up, and I don't even have to hold it. And I can self cook. Oh yeah, look at that. There, I can come back and sit there and watch it cook. See that? Hot dog and Melina play some red hot dogs. You know, talk about red hot dogs. A lot of people don't know it. It's a New York thing. I think Donald J. Trump knows about it. They're only in New York. They're called Redskin hot dogs. They're made by Glacier. There's a company that's probably uh I want to say they're about 35 miles from here that make Glacier hot dogs, and they're called Redskins, and they're pretty good. They're not bad at all. but they're only native to this particular area. I've never heard of anything, and I'm very surprised that you even heard of them before. Jalapeno cheese. Yeah, jalapeno cheese dogs. Those are pretty good too. Oh, I got to turn the hot dog. I got to turn it. She's bubbling. It's pretty ingenious, eh? Take a couple of pieces of my wood and hold the stick with the hot dog up on it. Woo! Were you guys able to see that even? I guess I can zoom in on it, can I? Put a little light on it. There's my hot dog cooking just off the heat of the coals. You see it starting to bubble a little bit off to the left side. It's like a ballpark starting to plump up. Looks like it's almost ready to eat. Hold on, let me zoom you guys back out. I gotta go take my hot dog. I didn't. I'm just gonna eat it just the way it is. I didn't bring out any buns or anything. OTG, what's going on? I'm making you a hot dog, brother. Where the heck are you? Come on over. Oh yeah, nice and light brown. Nice light brown. Not overcooked. Not undercooked. Just starting to split. Ouch. Whoo. It's hot. Mm-mm. I like mustard on my hot dogs. I don't have no mustard, but this is a Oscar Mayer cheese filled hot dog. Cooked on the open flame. Good night, Cherry Bear. Thank you so much. Yes, you have a blessed night as well. Yeah, Paul, I have some marshmallows as well. I got the big marshmallows though. They're the ounce marshmallows. They're 2.5 times the normal size of a marshmallow. Who's running this jib jab channel anyways? 2 out of 20. Huh. What's going on, brother OZ Stagger? Woo! You're supposed to fly your plane down here. I have to eat your hot dog for you. And I ate your filet mignon steak yesterday. You missed out. Thank you so much, OTG. Thank you so much thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. Um, Not saying I am, not saying I ain't. I'm just trying to be me. That's all. Just trying to be me. Trying to be me, brother. That's all. That's all I'm trying to do. Do the things that I like to do and what I enjoy to do. And I appreciate you, each and all of you, the hang out. You're all like my brothers and sisters. I love each and every one of you. Yeah, OC is distracting me. He's trying to distract me. He does it on purpose just for fun. I know, Deneen. They ain't working, OC. I know it's late. It's early for Deneen, though. She's 4 hours behind us. Right now, it's about 8:30 in the evening for her. No steak tonight, OC. Did you get to watch that? No, no, you weren't even here. I did a video. I did a live stream. It was for about. It was during the daytime. I don't know if you'd seen it, but I did the live stream on cooking that steak. I had some filet mignon, and I made some butterfly cuts on it. Put some salt. I let it come to room temperature for about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. Uh, Let it come to room temperature, and I put my salt on it. I put my coarse black pepper on it. I let it set for about an hour before I did the live stream, and then I cooked it. Came out awesome. You had pizza and peaches cake for dessert. Oh, but I had filet mignon, and I had what else did I have? I had bacon maple beans, baked beans that I cooked right on the grill on the open fire pit, and then I had some pickled beets. Minty Cactus was here, and I think she was the only one that didn't like pickled beets. I love pickled beets; they're awesome, but everybody's got their own taste. Cook some marshmallow. Paul wants me to cook a marshmallow. Looks like that homemade jelly there, the strawberry jam. That that's pretty good stuff. That's pretty awesome. I had some of that on my English muffin the other day. Thank you so much for the that jam. I mean, I think Mrs. T-Bird might have liked it better than I do probably because it's kind of got a sweet taste to it, but I think you were talking about it. It's not too sugary. My own preference, I love sugar, and the sweeter the better. Um, but it was still rather good. It was pretty awesome. The T-Bird Burn It Up Fire Pit Show. Woo! Yeah, Michael. You want me to burn it up? Michael. Michael. Nancy's not here, so I can't burn the big 1 ounce marshmallow. Oh man. Oh, you guys don't even know. I gotta go get another marshmallow so you can compare it. I'm gonna weigh one of these things. I'm gonna weigh one of these things. Here's a regular marshmallow. Now here's the 1 ounce marshmallow. Can you see that? Wait, let me see. I think you can see that. There's the regular marshmallow, and there's the 1 ouncer. There's the 1 ouncer right there. That's a big marshmallow. All right. I'm gonna cook it the way I like to cook it. I haven't seen Rocket Moss here tonight. I don't even think I've seen Rocket Moss. Was she in your stream, Michael? I know I can't see the chat right now. I can't see the chat. I apologize. OTG said he wanted a marshmallow, and so did Eagle. Eagle's saying they're waiting for a marshmallow. Wow, it's pretty hot here. Oh, there we go. Nancy likes them nice and black, nice and crisp. I like them so they're just browned. That's good enough for me because if I keep going, it's going to fall off the stick. That's how I like mine. So they're still white and kind of like a nice toasty brown. Deneen likes the burnt ones as well. Yeah, see, right there. Deneen, she said, I like burnt marshmallows. We'll do a burnt one for you next. No, Rocco was here. Uh, she's been on a few of my posts. She was out on my stream yesterday. You were not OC Stacker. She was in my live stream. So wasn't Deneen. We were talking about you. No OC Stacker. Didn't know where you were. I'd seen you earlier on the day on Tiger Stacking's stream with Frostbite coins, and then they had a little bit of a discussion with the other guy. I wasn't sure who he was, but the Silver Dragons. Silver Dragons got a little upset with the other guy because he got upset. I think Frostbite coins kind of smooth things out. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I like mine just like that, Michael. We're gonna make a nice crisp one for Nancy and for Deneen. Yes, we are. I gotta eat this one first. Mm, mm-mm. Perfect for me. Yeah, I was there the live stream today, and they were talking about it. Yes, Beto, I was there. You might have seen me. I think I said hi to you in there. I was there today. I wasn't there in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. This one's for Deneen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat it for Deneen. I'm gonna have to eat it for Nancy. This is the regular size marshmallow, little baby marshmallow. It's nice when you do it this way because you can actually take it and put it right over the fire and let it catch on fire. Now, we'll do it like this. We'll put it in the coals. We'll let it smoke until it catches on fire. And then you can just take it and twirl it like this. Woo! As long as it doesn't fall off. Catch my stick on fire. There's how Nancy likes it. And that's how Deneen likes it. Just like that. My stick is catching on fire. I gotta blow it out. Charred, but it's tasty in the middle. A little carbon is good for you. You have to eat it while it's on fire. No, because you only give me 2 out of 20. So I'm not going to eat it while it's fire. If you gave me a 20 out of 20, I would eat it while it was on fire. I bet you this puppy's hot, though. Oh, oh. It's very melty and it's very good. Yeah, yeah. All right. It's gone. It's gone. I ate it. You know, we'll see. We'll see next week. Next weekend, if you're still here and you're in my streams and you're giving me a true reading 20 out of 20, so long as if I really deserve it, I'll eat on live stream a flaming marshmallow. I will be yes, I'll be T-Bird the Fire Eater. I aim to please. Ask Jackknife. He'll tell you. He didn't even have to ask me to make a copper thumb, and I did for him. Oh boy, yeah, those when you cook them like that, they are rather tasty. They're not bad, but I prefer mine a little on the light brown. Call EMS. No, they won't. You don't have to call no EMS. I've done it before. I don't have no mustache to worry about, so it's all good. If I had a mustache, I'd say no, ain't happening. But I don't have a mustache. Forget the gold finger. We had the copper thumb. It came out pretty good too, didn't it? Didn't it, Jackknife? Good idea, brother. Thank you so much for the for for planting that seed in my head, literally. Always good to see you. Silver tongue next. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Jackknife. Let's not go too far. You want me to stick my tongue in the sand? Yeah. I'd put it in that kinetic play sand before I put it in a Petrobond. I don't know if I'll go that far though. I love you, brother, but I don't know if I love you that much. Stick my tongue in the sand. You could carve a tongue. Yeah, I could. I could. I gotta have another hot dog. I'm gonna cook this hot dog for OC Stacker, and I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna cook it for him, and I'm gonna eat it just because I can. Let's see. Get myself reset back up here. No, that's too much. There we go. I don't have to hold it. Let me get some of those hot coals over here. This is what I needed the day that I cooked my steak. Is I needed a lot of coals. I didn't have enough. And it took me a little longer to cook it, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I needed, but I did it before evening. I wanted to be able to have people see it or daylight hours. And it's going to cook a little fast. Man's got no limitations. I have no limitations. If I think it, it can be done. I will find a way. Marshmallow mold. Yeah. Megadeth. Woo! Oh, let's see. Yeah, we got to turn that a little bit, maybe. You guys can't see it. The cheese is starting to drip. Cheese is starting to drip off the side. I got to rotate it. There we go. That stick has got a bend in it. That 1 ounce marshmallow does the same thing. It looks on my phone. It looks like it's right inside the fire, but it's not. I can hear the hot dog sizzling. Oh, turn it again. Go. Quickest way to cook a hot dog. Woo! Camping, clouds, fire, and a bear. Yeah, you didn't see the bear. Want a bear? Okay. Hold on. OC. Where's the bear? There's the bear. You ask, you shall receive. Don't ask for a moose, okay? I can't help you with a moose. Deneen, help me out. We have moose around here, but they're far and wide in between. They don't come across too often. You don't see them too often. The only time you see them is when they're crossing through and swimming across Lake Champlain. That's like once in a long blue moon. Our brother. Sometimes you eat the bear. Yeah, sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear eats you. The bear ain't gonna eat me. Not tonight. I'll eat the bear. Okay. There you go. See, there's your dog. Looks like a small Yogi the Bear. Hey, boo boo. Hey, where's that picnic basket? Hey, hey, hey. Wow. That's hot. Yeah, it's hot. Woo. Oh, you can't see the steam from it anymore. A little garlic powder. Hmm. Are you gonna make me run in the house, go get the garlic powder? Sorry, I can't pull that one out of my bear coat. I got no garlic powder out here, brother. I'd have to run into the house. I could char it, but it's gone. I'd have to cook another one. He does, Deneen. He does. Jib jab cooking out was this. Oh man. You say the word, OC, and I'll go get the garlic powder and I'll cook another one. I'll char it for you. How's that? You say the word, I'll go get it. I'm waiting. Can't be he was serious. I don't see nothing. I'm good because you know I do it, don't you? Don't you? Of course. Everybody knows that. I don't say it because she don't do it either, OC. Because she's busy. She may be working on it because I could always have you text her. Say, T-Bird needs garlic powder out by the fire pit. Don't do it. She's been busy tonight. It's her last night working. Way too much sodium already. No need for garlic. Yeah. Oh, this is garlic powder though, not garlic salt. I like garlic salt, but I've got garlic powder right inside the cupboard. We use garlic powder quite frequently, and I like to use a lot of fresh fresh garlic. Oh, I ate all my steak yesterday, Michael. I didn't get any steak for tonight. I had hot dogs and I had all sorts of stuff. But I ate a pound and a half of filet mignon yesterday night. I can't have steak every night of the week, Michael. I have it now about 4 days out of the week. And a pound and a half of filet mignon. Well, what is it? 1.38 pounds. Almost just 0.12 pounds away from a pound and a half. So I think I was pretty good. Have to make an appointment with Kim to get her to come out and tell you some stories. Yeah, she was supposed to be off around 12:30, 1 o'clock. I think it's about quarter of right now, roughly. I don't know. I can't. Let me look on my laptop. 12:46. 12:46. But she should be done about 1 o'clock. I think. Yeah, and then she can talk about that big bus, my big T-Bird tour bus. You've seen the pictures. Need more wood. I might have missed Dandy Dave saying goodbye. He was keeping me right on task with making sure I had wood on there. I need to throw a few more pieces on. Let's see, I want to put that one right there. And yeah, I put myself through the test tonight, OC. I probably about, I don't know, 15 pieces of hardwood I chopped up with an axe. I guess I ain't as young as I used to be. I really put myself through the test. After about the fifth or sixth one, I was chopping up with the axe. I was like, man, I'm getting tired. Holy crap! Like, holy shit! I hadn't done this for a few years. Chopping wood by hand. I have to buy me myself a wood splitter. I don't have to do it. The party bus. Yeah, silver Boogie Tour America. Yeah, a silver T-Bird party bus. That's what it is. 3 pounds of bacon. Mmm. 3 pounds of bacon. If I cooked up 3 pounds of bacon on Monday, I think it would already be gone. And I'm the only one that eats it. The bus is full, Deneen says. Let's roll. Yeah, I think Jackknife was the first one that they offered to buy his spot on the bus. Wasn't he, Deneen? Wasn't it Jackknife was the first one to offer to buy a place on the bus? I'm going to have to make sure I get my passport so we can go up there and go pick him up. Yep. See, he's first on the waiting list. Yeah, we'll have to go up through, let's see. We'd have to leave here. I'd have to go down to either Albany and hit 90, head over towards Buffalo, skip down along Lake Erie, go through Indiana. No, wait. Yeah, go through Indiana, up into Ohio, pick up Michael Stacking. Yeah. Yeah, he's still here. He buys 10 pounds of box of bacon, cheaper than from the local farms. Cool. We'd make our stop there, and then I guess we'd have to skip up into Michigan, go across, go pick up Jackknife, and we had to pick up War on the way. Then we'd have to scoot all the way across. Going to your LSC tomorrow? Cool, John. That'd be awesome. What do you plan on picking up? We'd have to go all the way up to Alaska to go get my sister Deneen. Pick Deneen up. And I would come all the way back down the west coast to Canada. Trying to think, what was over there? On the west coast of Canada, I had to go down through into Washington. Somebody I'd have to pick up in Washington, but I can't remember who it was. I was going to California, pick up OC. Then we could cruise on down over, yeah. We'd go check out the Grand Canyon first. Or should we go to the, no. Yellowstone. We'd have to go to Yellowstone first, then go to the Grand Canyon, then go to Nevada. Then we go down to Dallas, Texas. Go over to Dallas, Texas. Maybe we could stop by and see Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. I'm not quite sure exactly where they are down there, but they're a ways away from Dallas. But Dallas is the place you want to be. T-Bird Airlines bus tours. He's being feathered in. He's waiting to see what John was saying he was picking up. Or did he say? On the search for a 1 ounce generic silver round. Hmm. Well, that's just ordinary. Just a 1 ounce generic silver round, or is it a special type of generic round? One that you don't have in your collection? I used to like buying the 1 ounce generic rounds, but I get a little tired of just buying them by 1 ounce, so I started buying them by the 10 ounce bars. Then I got tired of buying the 10 ounce bars. And that's when I started buying the kilo bars. I only bought a couple of those, two or three, I forget. I just find that I'd much rather buy the bigger ones, the bigger bars. Sometimes get I don't know. Well, you tend to get a little bit better price on them because sometimes they have a premium on them depending on what they are. But the generics ones don't really have much of a premium on them. And I would recommend buy within your means. And the 1 ounce generic silver is just as bad, is just as good as anything else. They are, and they make a nice they make a nice better clang. The bigger the bars get, the better they clang. Ask Jackknife, he'll tell you. The bigger the bar is silver, the better they clang. Hmm. You still sell yours at Spot? Yeah. What was Spot today? The last I looked, Spot was like 38 something, 38 something an ounce. It was the other day. I'm not sure what it was today. Yep, Captain Clang. 38.26. Hmm. It's kind of. It seems like the silver prices are pretty much kind of stable off a little bit around the 36 to $38 mark. I'm still I had I well I was saying several months ago that around by August September that it was going to hit $38, but I think it hit the $38 mark before. What was it? Just towards the end of July, wasn't it? But I think it's a good possibility. It may even sometime around September could very possibly go into the 40s. I don't think it's going to stay there though. But I did say probably about a week or two ago, I think it's going to stabilize around the 36 to $38 an hour, or the 36 $38 an hour, 36 to $38 an ounce. I think it's going to kind of level off right around there. I think that's going to be a happy place for it to stay, providing you know, providing nothing happens overseas or whatnot, or to do with Trump and anything that could possibly happen to do with war. I don't like using that three-letter word. I tell you, I was a little, I was a little concerned yesterday because we do periodically have helicopters that fly over my area, but they're border patrol. And very rarely do I see anything else other than a border patrol helicopter. And I went for when I posted my doom buggy ride that I went down the road. Right about that exact time, I actually stopped the doom buggy before going down that dirt road because I seen a helicopter, and it wasn't the border patrol. It was a army helicopter, and I have no idea. The only army base there is anywhere around here would be over in Burlington, Vermont, and that, as a crow flies, it's about 60 miles away. Now, periodically in the city where I work, 30 miles south of me, periodically they come over and they go to the airport over in that area in the town that I work in, and they do routine flights with the jets and the helicopters, but never do they come up here. And I don't know where it went to, but it came up here, and I'm only like maybe 10 miles from the Canadian border, and I don't know why they would be. And it's been like 25 years since I've seen any type of a army helicopter around here, and had to ask myself, why is there an army helicopter flying around this area? Hmm. Mm-hmm. We're not coming out of summer, so we'll start to go up. OC says it's going to keep going up and keep climbing. I hope it does keep climbing. I don't care how high it climbs. I'm still not going to sell. You have helicopters watching me, Donald Trump. Trumpy says. Oh, don't make me break out. I'm gonna have to break out my some of my drones. I got drones here, Donald. I can go spy on them, see what they're spying on me. I see you looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. Hmm. I don't know because there's really not much for fire prevention around this area. We don't have. I've never. I've never really. We've never really had forest fires around here. It is a lot drier here right now than normal, but it wouldn't be anything to do with that. The fires they even have up in Canada ain't nowhere around this area, Deneen. They're hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles away from us. Yeah, they heard the bird is word and they're keeping an eye on me. Well, yeah, it's kind of funny because they flew directly over my property, but they weren't. They didn't circle or navigate. They were like maybe. Oh man, I just saw another shooting star. Every night when I'm on the live stream, I'm seeing shooting stars. Oh man, but it's they were just maybe 100 or 200 feet above tree line. The tree the trees are probably about the highest trees are probably like maybe 100 feet in the air, maybe. And they're probably flying twice the height of the tree line, so of the height of the trees. So they had to have been at least 100, 200 feet in the air, maybe 250, but they were just above the tree line. And it was a huge green helicopter, a big one. Yeah, what did I call you? A shooting star? No. There's a meteor shower going on right now, and it's a little bit on the early side for meteors, but usually because of the way the Earth travels in orbit, certain times of the night, and it's preferably like around 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, early morning hours, and that's when you're where you are sitting where I am right now. It's like the Earth moving around the in orbit around the sun is I'm in perfect trajectory of the path that is plowing through that debris field, and it's when you see the most of them. Like for you, it won't be till you've got another 3 hours to go before it sort of peaks in your area. But then you got to deal with the city lights and everything. I don't have to deal with the city lights. I can sit back and sit up there, look at the sky, and I can see the stars. And if there's a little meteor, I can see the meteors, shooting stars. Denise was here last night and I saw one. She even put down a little shooting star thing last night. Almost every night I see a shooting star. And it's usually around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And last night, I don't think I went to bed until 4 o'clock in the morning. I think, no, yes. Deneen, you weren't out there. Cartier had his stream going on. I was out there in Cartier's stream. Like about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think. Yeah, there's the shooting star again. I wish there was a way how I could capture that on camera, Deneen. Uh, I imagine there is a way, but not with a cell phone. I mean, I do dabble with the settings and stuff. Uh, and I do. I've got one with a fire, like say I've got right now with the fire pit, and I dabbled with the settings, and I slowed the fire rate down to where it's moving like in real slow motion. I was gonna post it and put it up there, and I didn't for a short. Maybe I might, but there's other things I do time lapse things like with the clouds, the cumulus clouds, and other things, and I think you've seen some of those. I like to dabble with the time lapse thing, whether it's in fast motion or slow motion. I've been doing a little bit with that. Yeah, 1:03 in the morning. And tonight is the night of the full moon, and it certainly does look like a full moon. No koi dogs out here tonight. I haven't heard a single one. Uh, Symbol of acid reflux, and you're experiencing it right meow. Arg! I feel for you. Um, Trying to say it's there's certain things that you can drink that'll help it. I'm trying to think what it is though. What the heck was it? You can get some Tums. If you got Tums, that'll work. I was gonna say a cola or a Pepsi would help temporarily, real quick, but then it's gonna make it just as bad afterwards. So don't drink Pepsi. Yeah, I've done that before too with the milk, and it does help temporarily, but then it comes back worse after with the milk. I think. Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. Um, there was something though. I'm trying to think what the heck it was that was a good fix for acid reflux. Acid reflux. I can't remember what it was because my mom used to have that troubles all the time before she went into the nursing home because she struggles from dementia. Um, Took to Nexium. Hmm. Still waiting for it to go away. Hmm. Wish I could think of what it was. So something that you could take and use. Oh man, what was it? 'Cause I don't get it too often, but I've had it. I've had it before a few times, and there's certain things I try to stay away from now. So I love spicy foods, but I try to stay away from it because that'll give me an upset stomach, and a bit of an acid reflux in a way. But I don't really struggle with that acid reflux problem too much because I just try to watch what I eat. Certain things that I know that'll trigger it. Hey, Frenchie, how you doing? Good to see you. Always good to see you, friend. Bananas, oatmeal, yes. Yep, yep. Bananas, bananas. Think it. No, no, no. It's all good. I hear you. I hear you, Katia. I think it is. I think that's what it was. I was thinking of is bananas that helps acid reflux, and it's something that won't make the acid reflux better. But sorry, wrong channel. Rocco, good to see you. Similar name. Hmm. for a moment there, I thought maybe we might have had Stuart with a secondary account. Sorry, wrong channel. Is a awesome gentleman that I know. His name is Stuart, and he's a secondary name or whatever his email address is. Sorry, wrong channel. You're back. Woo! There he is, Dave. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. You're roasting that hot dog. Yeah. Eat it quickly and you burn your mouth. A little bit, yeah. It wasn't that bad. It was hot. It was hot, but I didn't burn my mouth. I started eating it quick. I took a nice big bite of it real quick and it was woo. Yeah, welcome back, Danny Dave. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Baking soda helps. Yeah, it does, Frenchie. Baking soda does. And my, like I was saying, my mom used to suffer with that, and I could never understand it. But she had a doctor's that she went to about acid reflux, flux, and I don't understand it, but they called it stretching her esophagus. She had problems when she was sleeping, I guess, with acid reflux, and she actually had to like sleep at an incline, and there was one time I guess she went into the doctors and they stretched her esophagus. Well, how do you do that? How do you stretch somebody's esophagus? How the heck do you do that? And what does it? I don't know. I didn't go. I wasn't there, but I don't know how that would even work. I'm not a doctor though, so I don't know. Watch out. Something's on fire. Yeah, something is on fire. The wood, the wood's on fire. Yeah, nice campfire in my fire pit. Michael Stocking, he's still awake. Woo! He's got a sugar high. He does. Yeah, Michael Stacking. You got into that sugar, didn't you, Michael? Oh my. Woo! 26 likes. Still 12 people here. Wow. I haven't even been looking at my phone. I've been just looking at the laptop, gazing into the fire pit. Too many Canadian cookies. Those maple ones there, them I've had those before. Those maple cookies, those are good. Those are really, really, really good. Some of the other ones, I there's oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. There's one of those the Kit Kat one I'd never seen before, but the O Henry one I've seen before. Like I said, we've got some Canadian drivers that handle our cars that we ship out at my place of work, and I've seen them with those candy bars before. And I was just talking about a place just across the border. They make their own cheese curds, and they brought some cheese curds into me before, and boy, they were the best cheese curds I ever had in my entire life. And I like cheese curds, especially the garlic cheese curds. Anything with garlic, you know it. You know it, Michael. Garlic. I think you and Nancy love garlic as much as I love garlic. I got some of those. Now I'm talking about the garlic, and I want to run in the house and go get my garlic cloves, my pickled garlic cloves. Boy, those are good. Them are addicting. Are we having a fire for this week? Hmm. And firing some artillery shells. Yeah, or two. Oh man, I gotta look for those artillery shells that I got. I've got like 3 or 4 of them around somewhere. I I was looking tonight. Well, what I was looking for was my axe. My axe, so I could chop that wood up. And the places where I thought that the axe was, it wasn't. I kept looking and looking, and then I didn't come across any of my artillery shells that I had. Those for fireworks. I know I got them somewhere around where I was at looking for that axe, but I couldn't find the axe. I finally found the axe, and wasn't it in the place where I would least expect it? Behind the wood coal furnace. I got a wood coal furnace in my garage that's rare and ready to go. I haven't used it. I just got to finish hitching up the chimney pipes. I got the chimney already all set to go through it's going through the floor, but I got to piece all the piping together to go up to the roof. I've got all the piping and everything. I look behind the furnace, and there's the axe, the place where I would least expect it, where it shouldn't have been anyways, between the wall, the fireproof wall that I have in there, and the wood coal furnace. Don't ask me how it got there. I don't remember putting it there, but you never know. Yeah, you will, Michael. Pato's correct. That's probably what happened to me the other night too. When I had a headache last night when I was on your stream, it could have very well been because I ate so much sugar. I try to stay away from eating so much sugar because I eat I eat the amount of sugar that 5 people would eat, and I got to stop doing that because that can't be any good for me. And it's probably going to come a point in a time where that's going to probably really play an effect. Hmm. Yeah, diabetes. Hmm. Yeah, Mrs. T-Bird already has diabetes. Hers for uh, I don't know what type of diabetes she's got, but she's got diabetes to a point. I know Michael does. I don't, as far as I know. I can I eat meat. I love to eat anyways, but I do eat my fair share of sugary items. Mm, yeah, yeah. Be careful, Michael. Um, uh, you have any of those test strips you can test your sugar in your blood? I know Mrs. Teber does. She actually has a type of thing that she wears that she has to change once a month, and she has this little thing. It tells her it beeps and an alarm sounds off her if her sugar gets too high or if her sugar gets too low, and it stays on there. It's like 2 little prods that stick into her skin, and it stays on her arm or wherever she chooses to put it. Uh, and she has to change it once a month. But it gives her 24/7 um, information on her blood sugar if it's too high or too low. It'll actually tell you what her blood sugar level is constantly. And like I said, if it gets down too low, an alarm goes off. Yeah, Dextron, Dexcon. But if it goes too high, an alarm goes off, and it goes too low, an alarm goes off. It's got these 2 little tiny wires that it's got this little gadget that you when you put a new one on, You got to place it on there. You got to press a button, and it injects it into her. Injects these two little prongs into her skin, and it stays stuck there with a like a sticky pad, a sticky big sticky band-aid in a way, and then one goes over the top of it around the outside edge of it to keep it so she can wear it in the shower or do whatever. No, hers is every month. I'm pretty sure it's every month. I don't think it's 10 days. I'm pretty sure it's called a Dexcon or something like that. But I think she can go 30 days with hers. I think. Yeah. Same here, Beto. And I think she has hers longer than 10 days. I could be wrong though. I don't know. I could be wrong. G7. It's every 10 days. They're all different. Hmm. I know she. Oh, I got the door closed to the garage. She had some that she had gotten in the mail a long time ago, and they changed it, and she never used them. So I have some old ones, some old ones that have never been used that are inside the garage, just inside my porn studio. See, old TG took off. He's there. He's busy. He's probably just lurking. And Mrs. T Bird's probably still working. She was supposed to be done by 1 o'clock. Oh, oh man! Wow. Woo! I've been streaming almost for 2 hours. Wow. There's a type 3 too. Insulin resistance. Yeah, she used to have insulin, the insulin where she'd have to test her sugar, and if it got too high, if it got too high, she'd have to give herself insulin. There was a fast acting and a slow acting. I think that at nighttime before you go to bed, she'd have to give herself like an insulin shot in the tummy, like, and it was slow acting. And let me see here. It would last longer, but it was slow action. And during the daytime, if her sugar got too high, she had the fast acting one, but it wouldn't last as long, or something like that. But there was one time we made a goof where she needed X amount, like a certain, she had dial, you had to dial it into whatever, to number 7 or whatever it was, and then take out that amount of insulin, and then you'd give it to her. But we end up accidentally giving her the fast type acting insulin. I forget what it was called, instead of the slow stuff. And her her sugar level like plummeted like a rock. It plummeted like a rock, and we actually had to call the what do you call it, the helpline for like overdose. I forget what you'd call it, but we had to call them, and they had to help us. They stayed on the phone with us, and they kept calling back every 15 minutes, on the half hour, asking how she was doing and what her levels were and everything. And she was drinking orange juice, and I had to keep making her sandwiches and eat sandwiches to keep bringing her blood sugar level up there because it kept plummeting, it kept crashing. And if we couldn't keep her blood sugar level at a certain at a certain area, that we would have had to rush her into the emergency room. But it was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, something like now. But we managed to get through it, and we never let that happen again. That was a very scary situation. Yeah. Well, that's the problem with Mrs. T also is, and that's another reason, sort of, why she's a diabetic and she has problems with sugar, is because she had a cancerous cyst on her pancreas, and they operated and took out somewhere between half to three quarters of her pancreas. She's lost half to three quarters of her pancreas. She does not have. She still has a little piece of her pancreas, but it's a very small piece. So her body does not produce any insulin, so to speak, or very little. Type 3. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know whether it's a type 3 or type 2 or type 1. All that stuff is French to me. No pun intended. I should plug my phone in. I don't even know what my battery level's at. I was at about 90 earlier when I started Michael's stream, but I could be probably down to 10% right now, and I wouldn't even know it. In other countries, American foods are banned. Wow. Hmm. I wonder what kind of foods they ban and why for. Hmm. No wonder why they're all skinny and healthy. Yeah, some of our foods ain't the greatest. Yeah, like a lot of the Chinese. I mean, they eat their food in moderation. I mean, but if we go to like a Chinese restaurant, especially if they, it's like I mean, I do it all the time. I mean, we if I'm coming home from work, sometimes I'll stop by the Chinese restaurant if it's early or something like that, like on the weekend, and I'll go to one of the Chinese restaurants and I'll get two orders to go, and you can go up to the buffet and they give you your your trays and whatever and the stuff you get, and you can just fill up as much as you want. But you or like say you get the all you can eat if you eat there, and most people gorge. They don't sit there and have just a normal dinner. They gorge on it, So the much like two or three times more than what they normally would be. Hmm. You seen this other cover show? The worker had a pig farmer video, and what they did, they were given the feed to the pigs. Hmm. Plastic. Jeez, that doesn't sound very good. Well, Mrs. T-Bird must still be working. I thought she was gonna get done early tonight. I guess not. I know one thing. I could go for a coffee right now, but I don't want to. If I had a coffee, I'd be up all night long. Smithfield's the name of a company. Hmm. Yeah, Smithfield. Those ketchup potato chips. Yeah, maybe. Maybe when I go to the store tomorrow, if I do, I'm going to take a look and I'll buy some of those ketchup potato chips. Maybe I'll do a short on them and post a short on them. I'll tag you in it, Gatia. Katia and Beto. I'll tag you guys in it if I can find it. I'm sure I can. Like I said, I've seen it before here. A lot of people have never heard of them before. Alrighty, everyone. I guess I'm going to call it a night. I know there's a lot of people out here, still 14. Um, I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. I'm going to go in and see how long Mrs. T-Bird's going to be. And I'm going to go and have myself some garlic cloves. But thank you so much, each and every you. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jackknife. No, that's not all I got. You want me to hang on? I can stay on longer if you want. Bird's the word. Woo! Yeah, wrap it up. All right. That's all I got. And then he says, wrap it up. Kim T Bird, she's still working. I've been on there over 2 hours. Hours, OC. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bird's the word. Thank you all for stopping in. Michael says, what? Well, everybody was being so quiet. Now everybody's all rolling out here. No, I'm going to call it an end. We'll catch you guys out there tomorrow night. I hope so. Listen, this is T-Bird's last night of working. She should have already been done, but all right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out, Michael. Thank you, Deneen. Thank you, OC, Katia also, Beto, Jackknife. Then we had Frenchie out there. Oh, let me see. I got to scroll by a little bit. There was somebody else I'm missing to say goodnight to. I know we had OTG out there earlier, but he's long gone. Yeah, Beto. Somebody else that was on my mind I wanted to say goodbye to. And now Jeff Rubin. Good night, Jeff. John, Renee, and me. Yeah. The other night he had mentioned something and I missed him right at the end of the chat and I didn't want to do it twice in a row. If you're still there, John, Renee, and me, have a good night. Take care, brother. Catch you guys out there tomorrow night. Alrighty, T-Bird out. Thanks, guys. Woo! Look at that